What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the Talent Stock Academy YouTube channel. Today we got an education video for you on how to replace a broken throttle and choke lever for the John Deere X300. Okay, so let me just show you what happened really quick. So this is your throttle, the orange. Your choke is the black. You push these up. There's a wire. Goes all the way down, connects to the engine right there, and it pulls those levers. So here's the black one, not broken. Here's the orange throttle with the rabbit and the turtle. Now look at that, it's not connected. What happened was that piece of metal there that's supposed to click in, just like this one goes through, broke off. So I went to start it up. Halfway, it worked, and then when I pushed it up, it snapped it. And it still ran, but you couldn't control the throttle, so that's broken. I tried to solder something on there. You could probably kind of tell. Didn't work. So then I went to go buy the new part, okay? I'm going to change it now. It seems to be pretty easy to change, but first I want to show you the part number. Okay, I bought it directly from John Deere. They shipped it out pretty quick. And that is the OEM, original manufacturer equipment. That is their part number, okay? This is the brand new one. It's identical, okay? And if you could see, no broken tips. Now, I did look, and they had knockoff versions of this on like Amazon and eBay that were not made by John Deere, and they were like $25. It had really mixed reviews. People telling me, or in the reviews saying it doesn't fit, it doesn't mount perfectly here. So I went with the original manufacturer, right from John Deere, the part. For the X300, it cost around $85, something like that, to buy it, and with tax and everything like that. And I believe it was free shipping. They sent it out pretty quick though. I would recommend just getting the part directly from John Deere, because it's definitely going to work. And I'm assuming if you have a John Deere, especially something like an X300, you care about your machine, you're probably going to want to keep it nice. I mean, I'm a lawn guy. I like the lawn to look nice. So I didn't want to have any problems. So I bought the actual part. This way I don't have to mess around with anything. I know it's going to work. It's an easy switch. I'm just going to show you really quick. Okay. So right here, you got to detach these. All right. So there's two Allen wrench you need. These are the tools you need. I got one of these here, and I matched it up. This is the exact one you would need. You just put that in there and unscrew those. I'm not going to take them all the way off. I'm just going to loosen them enough to slide that wire out, okay? So the Allen wrench goes to this part. Loosen those up enough to pull this out. And I want to keep them in there. I mean, if you had to take them out, it's not a big deal, but there's plenty of thread here where you could probably pull that out and not do it, not have an issue. There's a bolt right here. Nut. I'm going to hit it with that. Take that right off. There's that connection. Now here's where, no, it doesn't get tricky, but now right up in here, see if we can see with the light. Got a headlamp on, let's see. So, right there, okay, right there, there is a plastic tab you're going to want to get with a flathead screwdriver. Get it in there and push it in, and it goes up. And then you can move that out. Okay, there's four. 1, 2, and then identical on the other side. So you want to get in there, you push those in, and it slides out. You're going to need to do that to get the slack to get this one out that's not broken. Because that one's all wrapped around that one. So I have to get that out of there somehow. And I'm assuming once, you know, this is loosened up a little bit, I should be able to get that out. But that's probably going to be a little tricky. And if it is, I mean, I might just cut it just to get it out of there. So, but that's how you change it, okay? Real simple. Pop it out. You got your nut here. Your nut here. And then you are good to go. All right? Thank you for watching. I hope this helps. I'm going to show a video after it's done. Take care. All right, welcome back to the Talent Stock Academy YouTube channel. We're back with part 2 of the replacing the throttle and choke lever. Okay, I took out the old one. It was really easy. Oop. There's the old one right there. Okay, and again, just to show you, it's snapped right there. That one's good. This one broke. So the orange lever wire snapped. Okay. So I got everything put in. This thing literally just snapped right in. I showed you how to take everything apart in video 1. This is part 2. So this just snapped right in. You heard a click. Everything's solid. Now just have to screw everything in. Just a quick thing to let you know, before you slide these in, okay, hook both of them to that first, and then you have the slack to get it in on this metal. Don't try to slide it through this way. This rubber thing right there, see that gray piece of rubber? That will get in the way and it won't work, okay? So that was the only thing I had to figure out. I mean, it took 2 seconds to figure it out, but, you know, you guys will be watching this, so you're not going to have to figure it out because I just told you, okay? So I'm going to screw those in, and then this thing right here goes right in there. All right? So let's see if I could do this holding the camera. It's probably going to be a no, but maybe if I put it right here. Let's take it. Let me try this here. Left my stand in the house. There we go. That's good enough again. There we go. Let's get this in here. And what I do, just a recommendation, guys, is before I take anything apart, I take a picture of it and a video. So I video what it looked like before I started messing with it, and I take pictures, because once you take something off, that's it. You're not going to forget how to do it, how it looked. That's some good advice. So that's on there now, good. All right. And if you're looking for what this was a 10mm nut driver right there. All right. I'll just take a peek, see if you guys can see that. 10mm nut driver. This is a Craftsman. That's what I've been using. I like Craftsman. Kind of grew up with it. My dad had them. So that's all I got. These are the original two, all made in the USA. Oop. Camera fell. Sorry about that. All right, now let's see here. Now we just got to screw those in. I'm going to use our Allen wrench. There we go. Just take your time. You know, you don't want to mess something up. This needs to be tight too, so it doesn't slip off. Okay, that one's in. Let's make sure everything's good. Looks good. Screw this guy in. Taking my time. I don't want to strip the bolt or something. Who knows where you could get one. Be a pain. All right. So that looks good. Now, let's see if it works when I pull the levers. All right, so we're gonna pull this orange one first. Let's see. It's all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. Let's do the choke. All the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. It is looking good, but now we got the moment of truth. Will it start? Well, it's been sitting for a couple days, maybe about a week since this happened. So we'll see if it starts. If it starts, we did the job right. Okay. All right, here we go with the moment of truth. Will it start? So we got the keys in. Just so you guys know, for reference, I've had this tractor about, I would say, around 10 years. No, maybe 9 years. And it has 863.6 hours on it. So a lot. Okay. So I showed you everything's buttoned up. We're gonna, to start it up, you put the choke or the throttle to half. And you fire this one, you pull the choke all the way up. All right, now this is gonna be the interesting part where I gotta turn the keys at the same time. So I can't do that with the camera. So let me put the camera right here. There we go. Moment of truth. If the throttle works. So again, thanks for watching. That is how you change the throttle part for your John Deere x300. Again, definitely recommend buying the original manufacturer right from John Deere. Easy fix. I probably think it took me maybe 10 minutes to do it. Again, make sure you take a picture of everything before you start taking stuff apart. That's great advice. And again, the part number for your reference if you need it. Right there. Bought it right from the John Deere store online, shipped right to my house. Took about 5 days to get here. So great product. Thanks for watching, and come back to the Talent Stock Academy YouTube channel for more education videos and reviews.